Notice I said when you are ready to tell your story, you tell your story from a space of truth and honesty, right? And understanding, right? And knowledge of where you are. Hold on, I'm gonna roll that back. I'm gonna roll that back. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is for those that are in the mezzanine and the nosebleed, right? Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't have no qualms about nobody in the mezzanine or in the nosebleed because I have been there. And if I get me another chance to go to another concert, I will be in the mezzanine or in the nosebleed. So I'm not tripping. You feel me? But this is what we have, y'all. People come on here to tell their truth, and then people will tell you that that's not your truth because it shouldn't be told that way. Or if that didn't happen, well, why are you doing that? Or they want to blame you for you saying that something happened to you. You understand what I'm saying? A guy on here, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but maybe a month or two ago said that why would you be proud of being HIV positive? And I said, it's not so much as being proud of being HIV positive, but it's proud that I'm still here. You understand what I'm saying? Because that was a rough time in my life. So I made it through. That's what I'm proud of. So I will tell you that I'm proud 19 years HIV positive, but my HIV positive, it was not my diagnosis. My diagnosis was AIDS. And I want to be clear on that. Somebody said in the comments, well, you are doing this for, remember they said something about you're doing this because, y'all have an agenda. And I'm saying, I don't have an agenda, but you know what my agenda is? Let me be clear. My agenda in telling my story, my agenda in being this advocate is for me to survive. It's for me to live. It's for me to thrive. That's my agenda. I don't have no agenda against anybody else. I don't come to your platform. I don't come to your house. I don't come knocking on your door telling you how to run your house and how to live your life. I don't do that because that's none of my business. But what is my business is me being understanding, me being okay with the fact that I am still here when so many people told me that I should have been gone. When I even thought myself that I should not be here. When I even prayed for me to not be here. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say I'm proud, right, of my HIV status, because I can stand up and talk about it. I can stand up and be who I am. But that's the reason why I'd say I stated today and in the next episode, if I go to a third, this is my story from AIDS to HIV to thriving. And y'all, in this, right, there is a piece of education that I didn't know when I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed by somebody who didn't care whether or not I understood. They just said, you have AIDS, and walked out of the door. So I'm going back to my diagnosis date, my date of diagnosis, right? I'm going back to that because somebody said, well, that really wasn't your date if you were already diagnosed. No, somebody coming into my room and saying to me, right, that you have AIDS and walking out, I didn't consider that a diagnosis. Now, when Dr. Gaff here in Houston, Texas, walked into my room after I had been having seizures and all of those things, and he said that I was going to be okay, I took that as my diagnosis date. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It was in the same year, but the date makes the difference. Because that's the reason I celebrate myself on May 5th every year. Because that was the date that somebody took time to tell me what was going on, took time to tell my family what was happening, took time to make sure that I understood as a person of color, as a Black gay man who now understands that being HIV positive, that I was going to live. And the only way that I wasn't going to live was that I didn't do what I needed to do for me, for my life. Y'all with me? And so that's the reason why I pegged that man as somebody who saved my life. But y'all, we have to understand, he was an infectious disease doctor. We knew about AIDS, but we didn't know about AIDS. Like, we didn't know that there was a way for you to come back from the brink of death. We thought that once you went down that road, down that rabbit hole, you were done. And y'all, I didn't know what to do, what to say, how to even formulate the words to say to these people, y'all, what about me? I'm laying here in this bed with tubes running in and out of me. I'm having seizures. I can't keep medicine down. I'm 140 something. Like I'm sickly looking, and y'all, I look like I was on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is me being real. This is my story. I didn't want to look in the mirror. I look black and ashy. Y'all, the color I am now, that was not the color I was. Yeah. And people were walking into my room. The nurses were doing what they needed to do, but people were walking into my room and giving me the, hey, when they thought I was asleep, they was like, is he gonna live? Is it, what are they saying? Blah, blah, blah. Like it was a lot going on. So May 5th, 2005, I slot as my diagnosis date because that was the date that I was told I had what was going on. I was told that the journey was going to be hard, but it's possible. I was told after I signed all those papers, right? Well, before the papers, then after I signed them, that I told that I was going to be okay. It was going to take some time. Take some time for me to gain my weight back. Take some time for me to be okay. But here's the thing, y'all. My diagnosis date was May 5th, 2005, according to me, because that's when my mental, emotional, and spiritual understanding came together. It's one thing for somebody to tell you that you are HIV positive. We have people that are flipping out when they get a diagnosis or reactive from a test, a rapid test, right? And then even after you draw blood, right? After you do that, people are not cool with that. So just imagine me thinking that I'm done. I'm over. It's gone. And the person that told me about that didn't give me anything to go with it. Didn't give me any type of knowledge or understanding of where I was. Y'all, so what do I do?